Good afternoon. Welcome to this week's Facebook Live. So if you're new here, welcome. Returning, then welcome back. I'm Shay Murray, one of the naturopaths here at the Lucy Rose Clinic. Today, we're going to talk about food intolerances. So specifically, hidden food intolerances, the silent saboteurs of health. So from hidden food intolerances can contribute to also low energy, digestive issues, skin problems, mood swings, and they're silent. We often don't know we've got them, which can really quietly undermine your well-being. So today we'll explore how this happens, the signs to watch for, and how to start uncovering hidden triggers. All right, so let's understand the difference between a food allergy and a food intolerance. So food allergies involve an immediate immune response. So this is like swelling, rashes, hives, anaphylaxis, right? Worst case scenario. Food intolerances are much subtler, much more subtle. They often involve delayed reactions, hours or even days after eating a food, making them harder to connect, making it harder to figure out where that feeling is coming from. The most common foods that we see are gluten, dairy, eggs, soy, corn, and even seemingly healthy foods like tomatoes or almonds or avocados. So unlike a dramatic allergy, it does create a slow simmer of inflammation, putting extra stress on your immune system, digestion, your hormones, and even your brain. Okay, so regularly eating a food your body doesn't tolerate. Here's what can happen: digestive stress. I mean, that's expect, right? Bloating, gas, constipation, diarrhea, IBS type systems. So that can be like alternating between constipation and diarrhea, digestive pain, either immediately or a little while after, skin issues, eczema, acne, rashes, hives, respond to like topical creams or topical treatment, mood disruption, brain fog, who knew, anxiety, depression, irritability, fatigued. So there's some of these intolerances or some of the responses we see, feeling really drunk even after like a decent night's sleep. So, the next day or so. Hormonal imbalance. Food intolerances can put extra stress on your adrenal glands and your thyroid, especially important. This is especially important to anyone who's already dealing with hormone-related issues. Weight challenges. Chronic inflammation can trigger cortisol release, which we know impacts the body's ability to let go of weight. Can also promote water retention, which also can make it difficult. An immune system confusion. So your body is constantly fighting low inflammation, leading to more frequent infections. And it can worsen pre-existing or undiagnosed autoimmune conditions. So the kicker is you might not even feel immediate symptoms after eating your trigger foods. So the effects can be delayed and generalized, making it very tricky to pinpoint without some investigation. You think about some of those symptoms we've just talked about, like fatigue. I mean, how many things contribute to that? Skin issues. And sometimes you have them for, they can go undiagnosed for a really long time as well, and they can worsen with age. So common signs that you might have a food intolerance. A few clues towards, that your body might be having reactions: frequent bloating or irregulars, chronic sinus congestion or a postnasal drip, so feeling congested, through here, unexplained joint pain or body aches, like stiffness or soreness, quite often first thing in the morning that you can't, you don't know where it's come from. Fluctuating moods or low motivation, fatigue that doesn't match your activity level, difficulty concentrating, skin flares that seem rare. So if you're nodding away at more than one of these, it could be doing further exploration. Here at the Lucy Rose Clinic, we do quite extensive food intolerance testing, and what we do, when we have a better idea of what foods you're reacting to, we will temporarily remove them, usually for 3 to 4 months, and then systematically reintroduce them one at a time to observe reactions. While those inflammatory foods are removed, we will work on your gut health. Okay, so hidden intolerances can worsen because of compromised gut barriers or leaking, which can be exacerbated from stress. So using gut healing foods like bone broth, slippery elm, probiotics can help strengthen the gut while you identify what the culprits are. We have a lot of herbs that we use as well, and a lot of different like healing, inflammatory, reducing exposure to histamine. There's so many different things that we can do once we know what we're working with. Inflammation reduction. So again, we'll support your system with anti-inflammatory foods and nutritionals. So providing you don't react to any of these, they'll be like berries, leafy greens, omega-3 rich foods like salmon and chia, turmeric, again, inflammatory and healing herbs. Calendula is quite nice for this, like calendula teas. Can all help calm the immune response, which allows the gut chance to heal. Management, I'll always find a way to put that in. Stress can make food reactions worse. Yep. So, this is why we advocate for things like mindful eating, deep breathing, gentle movement, movement and like exposing yourself to nature. I don't know how many of you are in Sydney this afternoon, but I don't want to expose myself to nature today. It's bucketing it down. When we can, spending time outside, gardening is always a great one. But definitely breath work, gentle exercise, supporting the nervous system, and we'll look at additional, we'll also look at additional nutritionals to support the stress response. And then testing. So we do a really extensive food intolerance testing here. Does not just foods as well, but it also looks for things like candida. But no test is the be all and end all. Your body's response is the ultimate guide. And like everything we do from a naturopathic perspective, we go for a holistic approach. So it's a combination of testing, elimination, diets, support, healing, and nutritional support. So hidden food intolerances can feel very frustrating. Yeah, uncovering them is empowering. You don't have to live. This might be news to you, but you don't have to live with constant bloating, fatigue, mood swings, or skin flares. Food is supposed to be our first medicine, like our first resource to build up defenses, to give our body what it needs to thrive. So if you're having reactions to food, to overcome that is immensely liberating. Food is we should enjoy. It is not something that should make us feel worse. So, start tuning into your body. Be curious about patterns. See what you notice. And, we can help you give your body the support it needs to heal and thrive. So, as always, if you need help navigating any of your health, scan that QR code there. Book in for a free 15-minute consultation with one of our Lucy Rose consultants, and start the journey with a naturopath who can guide you through the healing process safely. So thanks for joining me today. It's Allergy Awareness Week, which is why we thought this was a great topic for today. Remember to take care of yourselves. Your body is always communicating, All we have to do is listen to it. So until next time, be gentle with yourself, make sense, and reach out if there's anything that we can do and you'd like any further information.